Hello Libra, my name is Gabrielle and welcome to your reading for December of 2022, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future. Double checking to make sure this is on because I just did your guys' entire reading without it on and it didn't have sound, so that was awesome. Also, I'm sorry for the bounciness of the table. I'm figuring out how to work through that. Anyway, as you can see, I've already pulled out oracle cards for your reading as well as clarified those cards. We've got a tarot deck we'll go through. I'm going to clarify the messages and we're going to see where this goes. Starting with your recent past, you have what do you need to release with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There's some sort of an opportunity for you around. Since this is a general reading, I can't say for sure whether that's in love or career or life in general. I'm not sure. Take it as it resonates. But in your current energy, you have don't let your past hold you back with the Seven of Swords in reverse. It's an interesting message here because what I'm seeing is what I see, what you need to release, I feel like is your past. But there's something being revealed to you that's going to help you realize that that's what's been holding you back, because in your immediate future, you have believe in the impossible with the Hangman. There's this need to surrender. I feel like you guys have been holding on. I don't know if it's to something in particular. I feel like you've been holding on to your past and there's a need to let go and surrender to it, which is almost, it's crazy because when I reshuffled and repulled cards, these two cards were the same as the last reading, and every single one of the clarifying cards were the same. So tarot's kind of crazy sometimes. Okay. Anyway, let's dive in to recent past. This is recent past for Libra. Clarifying what do you need to release with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So some sort of opportunity around you. You have the Eight of Swords. I see. Let's get two more. I like this card actually because what it says is you're the only one in your way. But I'll explain it more in a second. Okay, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse with the Eight of Swords. And then King of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom. Lots of Pentacles. This is very much about your material stability. Now, you know, emotional stability can feel like material stability too. So it doesn't just need to be about money or a job or anything like that. What I see with this Eight of Swords here, this is keeping yourself trapped in your own limiting beliefs. You know, this card, Eight of Swords in reverse, is actually my favorite card in tarot because it's releasing yourself from the limiting beliefs that typically manifest into your life. You know, per the law of attraction, what you believe is what you see. You know, what you believe is what you manifest. And so if you believe that things are going to go one way, then you're going to see them happening that way and take action in accordance, and that's what's going to manifest into your life. And so I see that there's been a heartbreak of some sort in your past. Obviously, we've all been through that, right? But some sort of a heartbreak around this specific opportunity, and this heartbreak, this disappointment, this painful ending, whatever it might be, it left you with a lot of instability. And that instability is what I feel like, because you have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So that instability has been pretty major for you guys as of your past. And I feel like what needs to be released is the idea that that situation is going to repeat itself. We only repeat cycles if we don't heal from them, right? So and you don't heal from them unless you process them and, you know, process your past and really understand why things went the way they did. And so what I see here is whatever you want is possible, right? Believe in the impossible. Whatever you want is absolutely possible, but you don't believe that that's the case because of what you've experienced. You're trapped in your own limiting beliefs. Now, that's not something to be hard on yourself for, because your limiting beliefs are going to be a product of what you've been through, and your experiences are valid, therefore your limiting beliefs are valid. But once you heal those experiences, you heal those limiting beliefs, and you're able to put, you know, more positive ones in their place. And so I see that there's this need here. It's like almost, you know, obviously, yes, release your past heartbreak, move forward into the future. Like, that's so easy to say, but it's so much, you know, more difficult to actually do because you have to feel it. You have to feel it to heal it. And that's hard. That's really, really hard. Healing is not an easy process. And so I feel like what's needing to be released is a part of your past, a part of what a disappointment of some sort that you've experienced, because you're expecting that disappointment to happen again. And I just don't see that being the case. Okay, current energy for Libra. this is crazy because this card also came out. It's just sometimes tarot. I mean, I know that I read tarot for a reason, but sometimes it just really shows itself. You have Justice, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Justice in reverse, actually. Both of these cards came out in the last reading. But the way that I'm seeing this is there is this lack of reciprocation in your life, meaning you're putting energy into something and you are not getting energy back. We're in your current energy now where you have don't let your past hold you back with the 7 of Swords in reverse. So whatever is happening here is you feeling like you are constantly getting the short end of the stick, and you are, because with the Justice card in reverse, this is a lack of karmic balance. There's some sort of a lack of karmic balance here that it's like you aren't getting what you haven't gotten what you deserve, and you believe to some extent that that's just always how things are going to be. But because you believe that is why you've experienced that. So that's why don't let your past hold you back with the 7 of Swords in reverse. There's something being revealed to you about your path, about this opportunity, whatever it is for you, that is going to give you, I feel like, a little bit more hope, a little bit more insight into why you've been feeling the way that you have, because you guys are tired of getting the short end of the stick. I feel that. I feel that in this reading. I also have a massive, like, my throat chakra is really blocked. So there's something about speaking your truth or knowing your truth or something that's blocked in this reading as well. All right. Current energy for Libra. Current energy for... Ooh. Can't tell. By the way, I go by how I feel and whether they're upright. It's definitely upright. It would make more sense if it was not. So give me just a second. Because with the 9 of Wands here, you're coming to the end of a cycle. And I feel like the end of the cycle that you're coming to is disappointment. It's like the release of disappointment almost. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I feel like this Knight of Cups with this 7 of Swords in reverse energy is almost the same. Like something's being revealed to you. There's some sort of a message. Now that message can come through dreams. It can come through a tarot reading. It can come through a conversation with someone on the street, a billboard, something that makes this light bulb go on your head that goes, ah, you know, that's what I need to hear. And so with don't let your past hold you back, you got to release that. Or this message is going to give you some insight to help you release your past a little bit more. Because it's like you're fearing failure of some sort. I don't really know where I'm getting that. I mean, I'm getting that because that's what you've experienced, right? With the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, you've experienced things not going your way for so long that it's just like, you're like, oh, here we go again. More things not going the way Libra wants them to go. And ooh, you've got something that I was flipped over. I thought there was another card that flipped. The Ace of Wands in reverse with the 3 of Wands. It's felt like you've been in a waiting period. But that waiting period has actually been you being afraid to take steps forward. Because if you have experienced what you thought was failure in the past, then you're expecting that kind of failure again. Now that can be in love, life, you know, relationships, career, whatever it is for you. But I see that a lot of why you're feeling the way you are is because you've lost your passion. You've forgotten your why you've started this in the first place, or why you want this in the first place, or, you know, something to that extent. So you're not in a waiting period, you're actually in a healing period. And so if it feels like things have been stagnant, or if it feels like you haven't received what you've wanted, it's because this time was necessary. Because you can't go into to an opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You can't have this opportunity that you want until you believe that you're deserving of it, or that it's possible even. I don't even know if this is necessarily a feeling of feeling deserving. I feel like you just feel like it's like, things always go one way for me, so I expect them to continue to go that one way, and that one way is always disappointment. And I just feel like that expectation within itself is creating disappointment in your life. All right, Libra. Immediate future for Libra. You believe in the impossible with the Hangman. Immediate future for Libra. Two of Wands in reverse with the Six of Cups. There's a lot of, I mean, even still, okay, I kind of like this though. See, the Two of Wands in reverse, the Six of Cups, Hangman, believe in the impossible. And so what I see that as is there's still a lot of obsessively trying to plan your future, and you're obsessively trying to plan your future because you're trying to save yourself from this disappointment again. I get that. But that obsessively trying to plan your future, which you've been doing, this isn't a new energy for you, you've been doing that. But what I like about it is it's almost like you're still trying to take steps forward. And I like that because I like that you're trying to fight against the doubt, because that's so important, right? That's how you break cycles. And you're coming to the end of the cycle of instability here. And the closer you get to the end of the cycle, the more, the harder things feel, the harder things are. But you're getting to the end of the cycle, which means that you know that they're going to get more difficult, more difficult. See, here's the thing though, is I don't think things are going to get difficult. I think you're going to be triggered a lot. You're going to feel like they are. But those triggers, it's so important that during those triggers that you keep taking steps toward what you want. And that you don't let those triggers stop you from taking the right steps forward. That's what I feel like is what this reading is saying. The Fool in reverse. There's some sort of new beginning here. But with the Eight of Cups, there's, you know, you need to walk away from this belief that things are gonna go the way they've always gone. It's like there's a need to walk away from the way you've always done things. It's like that. Like the definition of insanity is popping in my head, right? Like if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you've always gotten. And I know that's not the definition of insanity, but you know, if you try to do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. But I feel like even if you're doing something similar, if you're on a similar path, if you're doing it in a different way, then that's not the same, right? Oh, goodness. Both times I've tapped into this energy, I've just been feeling dizzy. It's very dizzy energy. So I get if there's a lot of confusion and anxiety. But in your immediate future, I feel like things are a little bit... It's like the energy picks up, but you feel calmer almost. The immediate future for Libra. There's some sort of a new beginning here. It's like this whole energy, even in your future, is a lot about just trying to get yourself into the right headspace. This isn't, it's like, but by taking action. Like you've got to take action to get there. You have the Hierophant with the Wheel of Fortune. Positive karmic changes. But that comes from, you have the Hierophant, you know, was what I saw first. And I feel like this wisdom, some sort of wisdom is what leads to karmic changes. And this wisdom is coming from what you're experiencing. Queen of Wands here. It's like this turns you into the Queen of Wands. This turns you into someone who can go after what they want without fearing the outcome. And I feel like right now, Libra, you are fearing the outcome. But you need to be in this Queen of Wands energy. You need to believe in the impossible. And you need to find that wisdom to be able to really, truly move forward in the right way. But I see good changes coming your way. It's just that the only person that can bring those changes about is you. Oops. Is you. And the only way you can do that is by changing up here. By really making sure that you're processing through your triggers in a way that is healthy and, you know, productive, so that you can get to a place where you release them. Okay, this is recent past for Libra. Recent past for Libra. Some sort of a cycle. You have the World in reverse. So yeah, your limiting beliefs is what's keeping the cycle from completing. It has nothing to do with your circumstances, Libra. It has everything to do with your beliefs around your circumstances. Your circumstances want to be what you want them to be. With the Lovers in reverse, so this does have a little bit to do with what you're deserving of. You don't believe you're deserving. And then you have this Four of Swords in reverse. So you guys are tired of this. You're tired of this energy. And I even feel that in the energy. It's like this, like weight on your shoulders kind of energy. And you're tired of it. But with the Lovers in reverse, this is kind of that hard truth, right? You're bringing this on yourself because of what you believe that you deserve. And you deserve so much more than what it is that you believe you deserve. Or even fear. It's like you deserve so much more than what you fear. You have this burden of instability. It's like, I feel like things might have changed really fast. You have the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. Things might have changed really fast for you. And things might have gone from feeling really stable to really unstable really quickly. And so that's why there's this fear of that happening again. But I just don't feel like that's going to be the case. I really, really don't. I feel like it's actually very opposite. But I also feel like you have got to get to a point of believing it. Current energy for Libra. Because, yeah, you got to just drop this burden. Just drop the burden of your past. You know, that would be so easy if you could just, like, put it down and be like, okay, that happened to me and it happened to get me here, and now I'm done with it and I'm moving forward and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Current energy for Libra. Positive changes. You're with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune, same Wheel of Fortune you have here. And then you have the Ace of Cups. You're the only one keeping you from what you want, Libra. You're the only one keeping you from this. Now, don't be hard on yourself about that. You've had very natural responses to what's happened to you. I feel like that's another thing, because I keep wanting to say that to you. Like, forgive yourself a little bit. If whatever happened in the past was because of your own actions, forgive yourself for that. If you feel like you played a certain role, make sure you forgive yourself for that. You haven't done, I mean, even if you've done things that are wrong, right? If you've healed and learned and tried to grow from them, then you're doing everything you can. You have the Ace of Cups, making sure that you're processing your emotions. And I feel like that's the biggest thing about your recent past is I feel like you haven't fully processed it yet. I dropped a cup. One moment. The Ace of Wands in reverse. This is the same one as you have right here. You have the same Ace of Wands in reverse, and you have the same 9 of Wands in reverse here as you did over here. You are coming to the end of the cycle of instability, but you've got to find your passion again. You've got to, this is what, like, I keep popping in my head is like remembering your why. You've got to remember your why. Why did you want this to begin with? I know you guys are burnt out. You're tired of the same old, but why did you want it to begin with? You have that same Ace of Wands. Current energy for Libra. You have Death with the Magician in reverse. Finding your passion again will put an end to you doubting your manifestations. That's exactly how I read this message. This is the end of this cycle, the end of the cycle of doubt, of instability, of frustration. It's like this, like, rebirth into, it's like, it's as above, so below, right? You got to have the rebirth up here to have it down there, but like this rebirth is good. I feel like you've had rebirths in the past and you've been like, oh, this transformation's so painful. I don't want another friggin' transformation. This transformation's good. Change is always a little scary. I get that. But I don't even feel like this one is as scary as what you've experienced. Okay. Immediate future for Libra. King of Swords. Overthinking. You've been living in your head, Libra. You've completely forgotten about how to feel passion. And that's what the 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles in reverse here is like you doubt that what you're investing is going to come to fruition, and that's why it hasn't. Your beliefs within itself is what's keeping things from happening for you. And I know it's easier. You can't just change your beliefs overnight, right? Wish you could. Be a lot easier, but you can't. Immediate future for Libra. Let's get 2 more here. There's that Fool. You have the Fool in reverse, and then you have the Fool upright. I mean, that's just what came up. This is the Fool, and then clarifying it with the Fool. You gotta release this past heartbreak. Release this hurt that's happened to you so that you can step into a new beginning here. Let good things happen. There's the 10 of Pentacles. Look at that. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor to the 10 of Pentacles. Like, that can't be any... It's going to happen so fast for you. Once you can release what's happened to you in the past. You've got to release what's happened to you in the past. And then everything... I mean, this is such a good message. Everything's going to work out for you exactly like you want it to. But you've got to freaking believe that, Libra. Goodness. Slap me through the camera. I'm just kidding. I'm a Libra rising, so I feel you. All right, get an advice card for Libra to close out the reading, please. Advice card for Libra to close out the reading. This is an advice card for Libra to close out the reading. The 3 of Wands with the Ace of Cups in reverse. And the way that I read this is start taking steps forward. 1 foot in front of the other. No more contemplating. No more overthinking your path. No more second guessing yourself. No more second guessing yourself. That is what I'm going to title this movie, or this reading, this movie. No more second guessing yourself. Even if with the Ace of Cups in reverse, even if you're not 100% sure, even if you don't know exactly how everything is going to pan out, even if it feels scary, even if it feels like you could fail, start taking steps forward. That is going to get you where you want to be. All right, Libra, any information for a personal reading is in the description box below. Otherwise, I hope to see you guys next time. I'm hoping to do weekly readings, so we will see. Thank you very much.